Donald Trump's recent appearance in the Oval Office. Let's just say, it was one of those moments where you're not quite sure whether to laugh, cringe, or just sit back and watch the internet explode. Trump spoke on a number of topics, but the main highlight, or lowlight, depending on how you see it, was his surprisingly soft stance on China and a few eyebrow-raising claims that left people scratching their heads. So let's start with China. For years, Trump has built his brand on being tough with China. Trade wars, massive tariffs, fiery speeches, you name it. But in this press conference, he seemed to reverse course. He called the 145% tariffs on Chinese goods too high, and said they'd be coming down a lot. He mentioned that those tariffs were mainly about the fentanyl crisis, but even so, he added, "We're not looking to play hardball with China." That's a big shift from the Trump who once proudly claimed to be tariff man. And it didn't stop there. He actually praised Chinese President Xi Jinping, saying they had a great relationship and expressing hope that China would help combat the fentanyl crisis. For many watching, it felt like Trump was suddenly pulling his punches. And people noticed. Critics, including some of his usual supporters, were quick to call this a walkback. After years of tough talk and blaming China for economic issues, inflation, and even the pandemic, this new tone came off as oddly soft. Some political analysts are now saying Trump's credibility on trade and foreign policy took a hit, especially because this change wasn't backed by any clear strategy, just a few vague promises that the tariffs would drop eventually. Supporters of his America First agenda were confused, wondering what happened to the guy who used to slam China at every opportunity. Then, things took an even stranger turn. Trump made a claim about the price of eggs that had fact-checkers scrambling. He said egg prices had dropped 93 to 94% since he took office, which, to be clear, is just not true. In reality, egg prices spiked massively earlier this year, especially around Easter, with many Americans seeing some of the highest prices in recent memory. So where did he get that number from? No one really knows. But it added fuel to the criticism that the former president is increasingly relying on exaggerated, or completely false, statements to paint a picture that doesn't match reality. So what's the takeaway from this press conference? Well, it felt like a major shift in Trump's messaging, especially on foreign policy. His softer stance on China surprised many, and his inaccurate claim about egg prices didn't help his credibility. Whether this is part of a larger strategy or just another off-the-cuff Trump moment, only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. It gave everyone something to talk about. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think about Trump's change of tone. Is he playing 4D chess, or just making it up as he goes? Catch you in the next one.